Welcome to Builder's Bar. I'm Marisol Concepcion, your bartender for today. How may I help you? Oh, so you're here to learn how to make simple garnish, right? Okay, so I'll be happy to tell you what I know, okay? So first, we're going to get a paring knife, okay? And then we're gonna get an orange. Okay, so make sure that you have washed your oranges really well with running water. It's ideal to wash them with running water, that's why. And also remove all of the stickers that you might see with them, okay? So what we're going to do is always remove the top part, okay? So we're also going to remove okay, this might take some time. Okay, so let's do that again. So we're going to remove the top part of the orange. Okay. Make sure that your knife is sharp enough. Okay, in my case, I don't think it is. Why do we need to sharpen our knives? Because this is to avoid injuries. Okay, because if your knife is not sharp, it might cut your fingers instead, okay? So there, I've already removed the top part. Okay, wait please, let me just get another sharper knife, okay? So we've already removed the top part, okay? Now we're going to remove the bottom part using a much better knife, okay? So let's do that again because we can still see here, okay, the skin, so we have to remove that until we see thin slices, okay? By the way, what we're doing now is we're making wheels, okay? Typical wheel, orange wheel that we put on drinks. Okay, so let's see. For example, we have here, okay? I'm just gonna create an easy one for us, okay? So inside the glass there, and then I'm going to put some soda. Okay, like this. It's just an easy one. Okay, so let's imagine that since this is a lemon and lime drink, okay, we have to use a garnish that is suitable, so it can either be a lime or a lemon. What we're gonna do is finish first the drink. Okay, just I will make a quick curacao mixed with soda. Okay, so yeah, okay. Just a small part of it. I'm not really a fan, okay, of drinking too much, especially since my students are still in grade 9. So although this is only 24% alcohol by volume, there's still alcohol in it. But okay, so this is how we do it, okay? So we pour it like this, okay, and set it aside. So we have this thing. Okay, for example, we do have some lemon or lime there, right, in ingredients. So the appropriate garnish to use for that is either lemon or lime, and we have here a lemon. So we're gonna do it again. So we're gonna remove the top part and the bottom part. Okay, and then our target is to cut the lemon into a hole. It's like one full circle for lemon. Okay. So here we have a full lemon. Okay. So we're going to remove this seeds. Okay. Like such. And then, so we have this. We're going to split a part of it so we can easily insert it in the rim of the glass. Okay. And then we're going to put it here. So there we have the full wheel. Okay, very simple. Now, how do we do halves? Okay, so of course we know from math or geometry, okay, that to get half of it we have to cut the whole into two, right? So this, just remove the seeds. It's not appetizing to have seeds in your garnish. You remove them carefully, and then you have to cut the full wheel into two, and then you have the halves. Okay, you have two halves here, and still do the same thing. You're going to slit it in the middle, okay, so that it can be easily put at the rim of your glass. So let me just remove the whole one and insert, okay, the half. So there. Okay. You can also, okay, go for wedges. What's the difference? Okay, if you already cut your lemon like this, you cannot really make a wedge anymore. So what we're going to do is use another lemon for that trick. Okay, let us use a better shaped lemon. Yeah, like this. Okay. So how do we cut fruits in wedges? So we're going to try to cut the fruit, not by cutting the top and the end. Okay, this time you don't cut the top and the end this time because you want the shape of the lemon to be maintained. So what we're going to do is cut, okay, half like this way, okay, unlike before wherein you cut it vertically. Now we're cutting it horizontally. Okay, now that we have two halves, we're going to, okay, this is my trick to make it easier so that I can equally cut. Okay, you can cut it in the middle, but okay, if you're already experienced, you can just ascertain, okay, or approximate, okay, which is a proper wedge size for your lemon. As you can see, this is not a common cut for lemons because it's not so appetizing to do this. Okay? But this is what we call the wedge cut. Okay? For lemons, you usually go for rounds. Wedge cut doesn't look so good with lemons. So this is the wedge. That's the difference, okay? You can also do the same for oranges. So again, you don't cut vertically, but you cut horizontally. So if you have an orange, you cut horizontally, then you're gonna have your wedges, okay? Let's try another fruit for that, so I can show you. Okay, let's use apple this time, okay? Let's try to cut wedges out of apples. So, okay, let's cut this apple. It's not good looking though, but it's okay. Oh, this will do. So what we're gonna do is cut horizontally and not vertically. Okay, so cut in half. Okay. And then, by the way, don't forget to clear, okay, your workplace. Okay, you should always clear your workplace so that the peelings won't be in the way. Okay, make sure that your workplace is clean. Okay, it's not only not good to look at, but also it's unsafe. Okay, what else? I'm going to cut wedges out around this over there. So the main objective is to cut to the center. Okay, like this. So that's what you call wedges. So if this was a drink with apple, okay, you can remove the seeds, okay, from the apple, and then you can slit it, okay, a part of it, and you can put your apple like this. Okay, so there. Just be careful because they easily split like this. So let's try again. With this one. This is a better looking wedge. So be careful. Okay? Okay, so we have already demonstrated the different cuts, the different simple cuts. By the way, for garnish, by the way, why do bars usually use the simple garnish cuts? Because it's economical. Right? I mean, with just one lemon, they can make a lot of whole wheels, right? Or they can make it even cheaper, okay, by cutting it in half. So they have halves, so they can serve more drinks. You can imagine, right? So by cutting thinly, they can produce more garnish than the other cuts. That's what we call a simple cut. Okay? What else? Okay. Aside from fruits, you can also cut vegetables. Okay. I can give you some links on how to shape vegetables like cucumbers. What else? We also have here some fruits that we can shape into a ball, just like this watermelon. Okay. Please let me just clear this so that we can work in this space. Make sure that your area is always clean. Okay. Going to shape balls from fruits. To which fruit this is appropriate, you might ask. Okay. Okay. Two big fruits like watermelon. What else? Papaya. Okay, like this. Because you can easily ball these fruits. Okay, what else? I'm gonna try it with mango later. Let's see if we can do some tricks with it. For now, let's try it with the watermelon since it's already open. Okay? So let's try balling the watermelon. So you just have to choose a spot that you think would be easy to ball. Okay. So just going to scoop it, okay, into a ball. My first attempt. Okay. We're going to ball watermelon. So you're going to choose a part that you can easily ball. As you can see, if you choose a part that's with a flat part, so it won't look like a ball, but a part of it would look like it, right? So that's the reason why you should choose a big fruit for balling, okay? So that you can really make sure that it would turn into a ball. There. This one is turned into a ball. Okay. So what we can do with that is we can get toothpicks, or if you have this available, these are stylish sticks, right? Or you can prick the balls that you made, okay? And then you can put this one, okay, here in your drink. So you can put it on top like this, or you can put it like this, like a cherry. Sorry about that. Okay, you really don't have to dip it. Okay, it's supposed to be here, so like this. A part of it could be floating in the drink, but if you're lucky, you can have it stay in the rim like this. So it would look like a cherry. That's a blooper. Blooper. Have lots. So it would look like this. Ain't that nice? So you can have a combination of fruits there, as long as it's compatible with your drink, okay? So there we have a watermelon bowl that looks like a cherry because of our, okay, inedible garnish stick that we put here to prick the ball of watermelon. So there, okay. We can also use the same baller for other fruits like papaya, and if we're lucky, we can also use it for mangoes. But you have to be really skilled for mangoes because mangoes are really soft, and as you know, since they're cut with a flat shape on the cheeks, right? You have, when you cut it, there's gonna be a flat shape, so it's gonna be harder to make a ball with them. So it's a small fruit, so yeah, maybe you can try to put them together with your toothpick or your inedible stick, right? So there, we made holes for in our watermelon there. Now we're gonna move on to, okay, what is an appropriate garnish for which? Okay, make sure that your garnish would not take the place of the drink, because it's still the drink that you're selling and not the garnish, right? It should be compatible with the drink. You should also make sure that there is an ingredient of that garnish in the drink. Remember, garnish is just there to accentuate or to make the drink look better and taste better. So you always have to make sure that the taste complements the taste of the drink, okay? So you cannot really use papaya when your drink doesn't have papaya, okay? You should, or at least you should check in the recipe if it's okay, right, to use such ingredient with that recipe, okay? What else? So there, let's try. Okay, for example, Four Seasons, right? In Four Seasons, we have different kinds of ingredients, different kinds of fruits there. So, as you can see, we can use orange, we can use pineapple, right? Even mango, right? So, we can use these fruits for garnishes, okay? Even watermelon, so you see? So, let's try this. Okay, I'm gonna get a glass. Let's try to pour Four Seasons. Okay, for example, this is just to cut it short. Okay, for example, this is the drink. This is Four Seasons. Since there's pineapple, then we can easily get pineapple from our garnish bin. Okay, so I'm going to get a piece of pineapple there using our tongue, and we're going to cut a slit in the middle, and we're going to put this pineapple there. There. As you can see, it easily breaks, so let's try again, okay? Let's try it again. Okay. Just cut it a bit. Really be careful not to cut the whole thing. Our pineapple triangle with our Four Seasons drink. So there. And we can even put the same garnish that we prepared a while ago. Okay, so we can put it together if we are that artistic. If you want, you can skew them together. Okay, just like this. It would look good, I think, to have different patterns and shapes going on in our garnish. So we can put it on top like this, right? Or we can put it like this, right? This. Right? So you can be more creative. You can even add one more ball of watermelon here at the end. Voila! So there you have it. Okay. So you just don't put any fruit in your garnish. You have to make sure that it complements the taste of the drink. Okay? Oh, also, in the Four Seasons, we can use oranges. So, right? We can use oranges. So, we can do this. Right? And we can also do this. We can put them together actually if we are feeling generous, right? So this is how it's gonna look together. So there, right? Right? So as you can see, right? It tells a story now. It's like telling, oh, you have lots of fruits in it, right? It looks like this looks like the sunset or the sunrise. Right? So this looks like the island with a tree. So it can create stories. You can create stories with your garnish, right? And what else? There's another way, by the way, that you can make your drinks more interesting. That's also by frosting. You can remember, we've discussed it last time. Okay, frosting is when you use sugar to decorate the rims of your glass or the fruit itself. Okay, so let's try that. Let me just remove these fruits. Okay, let's try frosting with grapes. Okay. Just get one, okay, and then what we can do is frost this. For example, we can use a container, put some sugar in it. Okay. If you have wax paper, it's good also, but this is an easy way to frost. Make sure that the sugar that you're going to use is very fine. Okay, but I have a trick there. You can ground it into a very fine shape or texture. If you just just roll maybe the masher, okay, like this, okay. So wait please, I'm just gonna get some sugar. So in the absence of glass rimmer, okay, we can use a small plate over here with sugar. I put some sugar here on the plate, and your glass, okay, that we're going to use. What you can do is actually wet the glass. Okay, for example, you have, you just get a fruit, okay, to do that purpose. It's for that purpose. Okay. It's good to wet the glass. Some bars use egg whites to wet the rims of the glass so that the sugar would stick really well. But I suggest that you use fruits instead, because as you know, eggs contain salmonella, okay? And you don't want that going into our drink. Okay. So what we're gonna do is use this little plate to make the sugar stick, okay, onto the rim of our glass where we're going to pour our drink. So this is what we call frosting. So you see, so we have here tiny bits of sugar, okay, surrounding the rim of the glass. By the way, this part of the glass is called the rim, okay. And what we're holding onto is the base of the glass, and this one is the stem, okay. And this one is the bowl. Here. So we're going to put some sugar. Sometimes they also put salt, okay, but I prefer sugar to frost the rim. So there, it looks really good, right? So this is what you call the frosting process in garnishing, okay? Also, you can frost not only rims of glasses but also fruits like this. So what you can do is, okay, just if you have wax paper, it's better. Make sure that you're using very, very, very small or refined sugar, okay? So it would look good. It would look icy in texture, okay? So you can do that there, but as you can see, it missed some parts, right? So what you can do is get a decorating stick or a toothpick, okay, to help you do the job. So we're gonna prick it anyway. So like this, roll. If it still doesn't work that well, you can get some more sugar. Put it in a container like this, okay, like this. And then you can pour it onto the fruit, so it would be easier. Okay. If it doesn't stick that much, you can also use the juice, the fruit juice, to make the sugar stick in there. So there we have a frosted grape. Okay. There. So we can put it there later. And what else can we frost? Oh, if the drink contains strawberry, you can also frost strawberries, right? So we can do that. We can roll the fruit, or we can use a stick. Okay, we're gonna pick it anyway. So like this, right? So there. So you have frozen strawberries and grapes. Effect, right? Yeah. So what we can do is get another grape to just create balance. You know, they say balance creates beauty. So we have a strawberry in the middle and two grapes. Okay, the end. Like this. So for example, we have prepared our drink. We're not focusing on how to make the drinks, by the way. Let's make sure that this is tightly sealed before shaking. This is, by the way, orange juice. Okay. This is, by the way, the Boston shaker. Okay. This is used for making the drinks more tasty by mixing all of the ingredients together. Usually, this is where we also call the drink because there's ice in it. Some prefer the ice not to be in the drink, so what we can do is we can get a Hawthorne strainer. So I already removed the top part of the Boston shaker, and we're going to strain the ice and the seeds if there's any left, so we can pour the juice onto our glass. Okay, so this is how we do it. Okay, the farther you do this, the better for showmanship. Okay, so there. I'm sorry, I don't have a cameraman to hold my camera, so I cannot show you how I do it. So yeah, that's the best I can do for now. Okay, what else? Gonna put the garnish. So this is a combination, okay? Frosted glass and frosted fruit, okay? With the floated garnish, right? So you can put it on top, like this. See? There we have it. Frosted garnish, okay? Frosted garnish. Okay, what else? By the way, there's another thing that we can make. I just remembered we can actually put. So let's pretend that this is another drink. After we're done pouring the orange juice, we can add some grenadine. It's from the pomegranate fruit. Okay, this syrup is from the pomegranate fruit. So we're going to get the sugar. Okay. Since I already used the top part, I'm gonna use the other side. But of course, I'm not gonna put a lot again. Okay, so there. There you have it. Okay. Since there's orange in the drink, you can guess what garnish is ideal for that, right? And that is, of course, orange. So this is a combination of the frosted, garnish, and the floating, right? Garnish. Frosted and floated. Nice, right? Kind of reminds you of tequila sunrise. Right? So just to show you our outputs. Okay, this is another way. You can put it there if you want. Okay. So just to show you our outputs. This is what we made today. You can be more artistic than me. By the way, you can also put herbs like basil. Okay, so we can put in there some basil. We just choose a small one to float there, I think. If you want. Some want more basil, so you can add some basil. Just to remove the stem of it, and you can add it here together with your lemon to give it a more dramatic effect. Okay, together with the lemon to give it a more dramatic effect. perfect. So you can insert it here. So it would be easier. So there. So let me show you. Okay, this is what it looks like. So there you go. Those are our drinks. Right? So we can really be creative in designing your drinks. Just take a picture of that. Wow. So we're done. I hope you had a great time. See you. So thank you for coming to Builder's Bar. We hope to see you again. Goodbye.